Have you ever been in one of those awkward meetings where the wrong person gets the microphone? Boy, you can just feel the confidence drain out of the room, the energy drain out of the room, the faith start to plummet when that happens. Because what's happening is that the wrong person with the microphone just begins to fill that atmosphere with things that work against the whole purpose of the meeting. Boy, I've been in those and they are uncomfortable and awkward. You know, the other day I was talking to the Lord about just the negative feelings that were going on in my heart, that really just the clatter of negative thoughts that were going on in my head. And I was asking the Lord to help me with it because I can. I'm His child. I can just ask Him, and so can you. And so one of the ways that He helped me is that He reminded me of those meeting situations. And at the same time, I also was reminded of a funny story that happened to my husband and I a few years ago when we were helping run our church daycare. There was this sweet little boy who had been with us a long time, and he'd had a rough life. He had seen things he shouldn't have seen, and he had a mouth to go with it. And he was having a hard day, and so he ran away from his teachers. My husband was called in to help, and he had to go get him and take him and give him a timeout in the kitchen. And he was trying to talk to him and get him to settle down, and he finally settled down and quit kicking, but his mouth was still going. And he looked him up and was really pulling out his best things, and he said, "I don't like your shirt." And he looked him up and down and said, "I don't like your pants." And he looked down and he said, "I don't like your shoes." And then his last, he says, "My dog doesn't even like you." Of course, Brian was snickering and thinking, "Ooh, ouch, that's a rough one." But here's where he landed. He said, "You know, I don't have to listen to you. You don't even talk on the microphone." You know, that's interesting. A child that's 5 years old had been in enough meetings that he had come to our church, so he'd been in our church meetings. And he knew that the person with the microphone when in the meeting was the one that was in control. And like I said, when the wrong person gets that microphone, it can be brutal. I felt like the Lord said to me, "You're the one that's in control of the microphone." And it just washed over me. Thinking of the meetings, thinking of that child, realizing what was going on in my own mind, you're the one that's in control of the microphone. You get to choose what voice gets to talk today. You get to choose who gets to say what they want to say. And that was a really good checkup for me. And it was so empowering. I thought, I get to choose whether the harsh inner critic gets to go on and on and on. I get to choose whether I let the devil and his accusations against me or against other people go around and around and around. And I get to choose whether I listen to truth, whether I listen to hope, whether I listen to the things that the Holy Spirit wants to say about who I am, about who He is, about what is really what's going on in this world, about the fact that He's in control, about the fact that He loves me, that He likes me, that He's for me. I'll tell you what, that made a huge difference. He just adjusted me just like that. And I just want to encourage you, if you're having one of those days where you're battling the negative thoughts in your head, just remember to ask yourself, today, who gets the microphone? You really do get to choose. I hope that encourages you. Have a good day.